Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jameis going to look to throw right away.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it.
And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game.
There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
The Bills at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there caught by Gallup. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And Jones has it over the middle.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Zach Wilson,
his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this...
A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A first down throw for Winston.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Jameis to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Bills are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action now, Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. O'Shane Ximines leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Now this first quarter, let's just be frank, it's been a disaster so far offensively.
Yeah, already down multiple scores, and it doesn't appear they can get out of their own way right now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Winston. Going deep for Diggs. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 21-0 our score after 1.
ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
To throw, Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bills are going to get the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Now this one to his tight.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Packers pick it up.
On the move past the 40.
And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Kenny Moore. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Now a first down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson. That's Gallup on the slant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And some room to maneuver. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Aaron Jones with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
That was nasty.
He will take this all the
nasty.
way. Touchdown.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Jordan Davis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
We're going to keep getting sets. Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Get off the train tracks.
They go play action with Wilson.
Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
56. Mike, 56 right there. 56. Drop deep.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Off the play fake, Winston. Going deep for Diggs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense. Maybe.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Michael Gallup as the first half is winding down. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On second down, Winston again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Winston now to throw on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 2nd and 2, Jones. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Zach Wilson from 6 yards away. And the Bills have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From the red zone now, Winston escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Jameis again. Touchdown, Packers. Antonio Gibson. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Packers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Bills. Deontay Johnson, 58 yards. And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun, Winston.
He's got it to Gibson.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard.
And my goodness, another interception. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Play fake. Winston.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Greg Dulcich
With his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Packers are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Rolling to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Steps away. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Wilson. Looking in zone for Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Aaron Jones.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Crosby with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
taken at about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Now Winston. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Winston. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
But we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers. And
Stephon Diggs. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 67 yards. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Patterson now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. Well, CD, really the play call was pretty good. I mean, the jet sweep worked up until a very crucial point where he couldn't hold on to the football.
Yeah, I would say that would be the crucial part, right? The ball has to stay in your hands in order for the play to be executed properly and to conclusion.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 21. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Jameis now on first down. The left side caught by Diggs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Again, it's Winston.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Wilson wants to throw it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Bills, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.